today class is about the navigation tools. Here we have all the tools. Help. So here we have a help option now. So the shortcut to open the help again H. If I hit the button H, it is going to open all the shortcuts whatever we have in a complete Enscape software, and we'll do one by one now. So for example, move. To move the camera from one place to other place, so we have a shortcut here. So in a keyboard, if you use W, S, D, A, E and Q, we can easily move the camera. Okay, na? See, and all these letters easily we can remember because all these shortcuts in the same location only. For example, for online students, what I will do, I'm going to open keyboard. Actually, this is a keyboard, right? So in this keyboard, see all the letters whatever they have given here, all the letters we have here only. And if you have seen some gaming laptop, in all the gaming laptops, so these four letters maybe they have highlighted. Okay, now with the light. Okay, now so W, S, A, D. These for example, if I click the button W, automatically the camera will move to forward direction. Now see what I'll do. I'm using W now. See when I'm hitting the W button, now the camera is moving like forward directions. Okay, now and W for forward, right? If you want, you can write the notes. Okay, now W letter for the forward direction to move the camera in a forward direction. And the next one is a S. So S means so moving the camera in a backward direction. See now if I hit the button S, now the camera is moving in a negative direction. It means backward direction like this. Okay, now so now I'm using the next letter, the A letter. Exactly for the S, we have a left side. Even on the keyboard also we have a same. See this side. W for forward, S for backward, and A. A for the left side. See now I'm going to hold the A letter in the keyboard. See now the camera is moving to the left side. Okay, the building in the same position only. Now we are just moving the camera. At the same time, I'm using D letter now. If you use a D letter, D for the right side. See, I'm moving my whole complete camera to the right side direction. Right, left, front, and back. Like this. Clear, ma? Okay, na? And this letter for forward, backward, right, and left side. And same like that, if you want to use the arrows. In a keyboard, we have arrows, right? We can also use the arrows, but these shortcuts they're now given in the list. Okay, now see in a keyboard again in this one, so we have arrows now up. I mean front, or we can call up and top and bottom and right and left. The top arrow for the forward direction. Say I'm using a top arrow for the forward direction. I'm selecting that. I'm using the arrow. See the camera moving to the forward, and I'm using the backward for the down arrow. Down arrow I'm using for the backward, and the right arrow I'm using for the right side movement, and the left arrow I'm using for the left movement for the camera. See, left arrow for left side, right arrow for right side, top arrow for forward, and bottom arrow for the backward. Okay, na? Like this we can use. Okay, na? And the next letters here we have E and Q. E and Q. These letters also available exactly for the letter left side one letter and right side one letter. See for the W left side we have a Q. Q means down, E means up. So left side one down and right side one is a up direction. See what I'm using. E, when I'm pressing E now, see the camera is going bottom direction, and if I press a E button, so it is going to the up direction. Q and E like this. Okay, Nama? Up and down. Clear up to here? Okay, na? And the next one is a walk and fly option. What is the purpose of walk and fly here? Before going to the walk and fly, I'll explain the remaining option. So for example, say now I'm holding the W button. Whenever I'm holding the W button, the camera is going forward, right? How much of fast it is going? Maybe with a normal speed. Let us assume this is a normal speed. Now I want to hold the shift button. See here in this location, what is the symbol of that? Shift. In a keyboard we have a shift button, right? Which one? This one. Okay, now when you hold the shift button and any button from these 6 letters, it may be W, S, D, A, Q, R, E, R arrows for everything. So parallelly, if you hold the shift button, now the camera will move fast. Say I'm using shift button on W. Say now the camera is moving fast compared to the previous one. Maybe backward, or right side, or left side, or up, or down, down and up. So what I'm doing now, instead of pressing only the buttons in this situation, I'm holding the shift also. Okay, now combination of alphabetical values previously whatever we have seen and the arrows. If you hold the shift button, now the camera will move fast. Okay, now so that you have to remember. And the next one, this speed also sometimes it is not enough. Even I want to move more speed now. If you want to move more speed, now you have to hold the control now. Instead of shift button, for the any letters here, for any letter or any arrow, parallelly, if you take a help of control button, now the camera will move very fast. See now, what I'll do, I'll hold the control, then I'm using this one. See now, compared to fast, now it is going very fast now. See like this. It means faster. Maybe right side, left side, up and down. Okay, now. Clear ma? Control and use the any letter. So that it is moving very fast. Okay na? So that is advantage of this shift button and control button. Clear ma? Okay, now till now we have seen only so how to move forward, backward, right and left and up and down, and even arrows also we can use to move the camera forward, backward and right side and left side. And for the alternative, I mean for the parallelly, if you hold the shift button with them, so now the camera moving fast, and if you hold the control, now the camera is moving faster. Okay na? So now say this time I'm holding one more. See this option they have not given here, but there is a one more shortcut along with this letter. Now if you hold the both the things, which one, control and shift, control, shift and any letter, now the camera will move very faster. Now see I'm holding the control and shift, then backside spacing, in a fraction of second the camera is moving very fast. See here, is going very fast now. Okay now, so the first method is only holding the letters, and the second one is holding the shift button to move the camera fast, and the next third option is holding the control button to move the camera very, I mean the faster, and the fourth option is moving the camera so very fast. Okay now, with this one, so what happened now, so we are moving the camera, we have to hold the control button, shift button and the alphabetical order. Okay, alphabetical numbers. Now the camera is moving very fast. Okay now, so four options we have seen now. Okay now, so that is advantage of with these the shortcuts. And now we'll go for the next option. What is that? Walk and fly mode. Walk and fly mode. In a walk and fly mode, so we can access this option in a two ways. One thing is here we can go and we can click this one. I think we have seen this option in the yesterday class. Now fly mode and walk mode. What is the difference between the fly mode and walk mode? When you are in the fly mode, when you move the camera, see now I'm moving the camera. Even if you have a wall or something, now the camera is moving inside the through the walls also we are going inside the room. See now, generally is it possible in the real time? We can move through the wall camera, so not possible now. So now instead of that, so what I'll do now, I'll turn on the walk mode. When you turn on the walk mode, now I'm using left and forward. I'll hold the shift button. See, whenever I go there, because I have a car there, okay, now we can't move forward because of in a walk mode. For example, I'm walking here. If you have a table, the table, if you have an obstacle, is it possible to go through inside? No, right? So same thing it is behaving now. Okay, now when you turn this one to the walk mode, we can't go inside now. See, it is stopping the camera. When I go the left side now, say now it is going to the left side. Now it is going to the forward, like this. See, I'm going like this. Okay, no. So now again we have a steps or something. So that is the reason it is going like this. Then here also we have a step. See how it is going? It is jumping on the steps. Because when you are in the walking style, automatically it is going to be jump. See now you are get on the steps now. Okay, now like that we can jump on the steps. Like if you have a habit of playing a games and all, it will be very easy. PUBG games and all. So how the people are moving, same like that only. Okay, now but in further situation you have to select which option? Walk mode option. When it is a fly mode, so it won't get like that. See now I'm in a fly mode now. Even if you have a car, the camera is going inside the car, or even if you have a wall, the camera is going through the walls. Okay na? So that is the difference between the fly mode and walk mode. But instead of accessing manually, you can use which button here? Space bar. If you click the space bar now, see, it is shifting from one mode to the other mode. See, if I click on this space bar, now this is the fly mode. Again, I click that. What is this mode now? Walk mode. So can see this symbol when I am clicking the space bar now. See, fly mode and walk mode. This is the shortcut. Okay, now. And the next shortcut here we have look around option. For the look around, we have to use the mouse left button here. Okay, now use the mouse left button. See, this is a mouse symbol, right? Okay, in the left button they have highlighted. So, but what is the meaning of look around? General, what is the meaning of look around? Look around means we are in the particular location and we are looking around from your location, maybe the right, left, top, and bottom, whatever the direction you want. Okay, it means is there any fixed the target? Target is fixed? No, we don't have a target, but the camera is fixed here. For example, let us see this is the camera. Okay, now so I'll open that paint here. Let us assume so we are standing here. Okay, now so when you are rotating this side, you can see whatever the component we have in the this side. When you turn this side, we can see all the components to this direction. When you turn this side, here we can see here. We can see here. We can see here. When you see the top, automatically we can see the upside direction also. It means the camera is fixed, but the target is not fixed here. Okay, now so the same option we have in the where in the SketchUp also. Okay, now so how we can access that? See here we have a symbol of icon, right? Okay, now look around option. You can click this one, hold the mouse left button, then we can look like this. Okay, now from the standing position we can see look around this one. So what I'm doing, I'm going to maybe here. Okay, now so I'm going to maybe at this point. Okay, now I'll click on look around. So if I click this one, I can just look around from the same location. Okay, now so the same thing we have in the Enscape also here. Okay, now and the next one what we have here, the orbit. Orbit is different, look around is different. Now what is the meaning of look around? For the look around, for the orbit, which letter we have to hold now? Which button? Mouse right side button we have to hold it. Okay, don't click on release. We have to hold it and move the mouse to the maybe the direction, whatever the direction you want. For example, now the orbit means, let us assume here we have a one person, right? Okay, now I want to target that person and I want to see the 360 degree of that person now. Okay, now say I'm holding the mouse left button, right side button, then I'm doing like this. 1 minute. But in this situation, compulsory you should have to turn off the 2-point perspective view. Don't forget. When any time whenever you're doing interior or elevation, so that time your camera should be in a perspective view. Don't select the 2-point. What is the meaning of 2-point perspective view? So for example, whenever I'm doing this one, see all the walls are getting in a straight line. Can you see these things? You'll get, if you place the scale directly, everything you are getting like a see straight walls, straight wall. Okay, now this is not possible when you are seeing from the perspective view. Okay, now so compulsory you have to make this one to the perspective view now. Okay, now see what I'll do. I'm going to be giving double click here. Okay, now I want to be target something. Okay, now to target, so what I told you, we have to hold the mouse right side button. Now see, in a mouse right side button, I'm holding, I'm pressing, and see, I'm moving the mouse. Now I can see 360 degree of this person now. In this situation, do you have a target? Yes, we have a target here. Who is the target now? That person is a target now. So now I can see around him like this. Okay, now so that is advantage of, okay, now so the orbit option. Okay, now see, in a look around, I'm holding the mouse left button. See, in this situation, is there any target? See, the person is going to the left side because I'm turning completely to the right side. So in the situation, automatically our target is now right side portion only. Okay, now so there is a difference between look around and orbit. Okay, now in a look around, we don't have a target. From the same location, we are just turning around the location. I mean the turning so around yourself. And in the orbit, so we have a target and we are rotating around the component. Okay, now so there is a difference between the look around and orbit option. And the next button, so we have a pan. So in all the softwares we have the same thing. So pan. So in a pan, for that we have to use, so which button? Mouse scroll button. Mouse scroll button we have to hold it. Okay, now so after holding the mouse left, the scroll button, see what I am doing now. So I am moving this one camera to the right side and left side like this. In this situation, we are moving the component or we are moving the camera? We are moving the camera. the components are in the same location only. We are just moving the camera only. It means, for example, see here in the pane, let us assume here we have a person, the cycling person here. Okay, now opposite we have a camera like this. Now whenever you hold the scroll button, the camera is moving to the right side and left side, this side and this side. Okay, now so but the component in the same location only, and same like that. So instead of moving to the right side and left side, now we can move the mouse to front and back also. Front and back means now the camera will move to the bottom direction and upper direction like this. Okay, now so like this we can use the pan option. Yeah, the front and back we have to use these letters: W forward, backward, D and A. Okay, now so for W I'm using forward direction, and S I'm using backward, and D I'm using right side, A I'm using left side. All the letters in the same location. And E and Q. E means up, A means up, Q means down. Okay, now so this is the normal speed, right? So if you want to move the camera maybe the faster, now you have to hold the shift button on any letter from here. Arrows are these letters, whatever the forward direction. See now the camera moving fast now. For faster, little bit more faster, if you want, you have to hold the control. Now see, now this is moving like faster compared to the previous, while holding the shift button. Now one more option we have seen. Now this time holding the control button, shift button, and any letter from here. Now it will give you very fast now. See, I'm holding the control, shift, I'm using the letter. See, in a fraction of seconds, we are moving the camera in a kilometers like this. Okay, na? See, one is only the letters, and the arrows also we can use, and along with that, parallelly, if you hold the shift button, that is a fast. If you hold the control and letters, it will be faster. Now the next one, shift plus control plus this one, it is going very fast. Okay, na? Clear na this one? Okay. Now after that, and anyway we have seen all these options, and the next option here is a teleport. Teleport means giving a 2 times mouse left button a click. Okay, now see now, so I'm somewhere here now in the longer mode for the building, from the building, something like this. Now if I give a mouse left button 2 times, I'll double click on this person. See what happened now? The camera will move automatically, so jump to the near to the person. Okay, now so instead of moving W, holding the control button, shift button, okay, and it will take a lot of time, and we have to be again target also. Instead of that, I am giving say directly double click on this person now. See now the camera is moving exactly to that near to the character. Okay, now that is a technical meaning of teleport. Okay, now and the next one here we have time of day. Time of day. Time of day means which time. Okay, now so for example, at what time you are doing the render this one. Okay, now so now in this situation we have to hold which letter now? What is the symbol meaning this one? Shift. Shift. Okay, now shift. Or now along with the shift button, now what is this one? Mouse right side button. Now see, I'm holding the shift button and I'm holding the mouse right side button, moving the mouse to front and back. See, the time is changing now. Whenever the time is changing, automatically the sunlight also will change from one position to other position. Now automatically the shadows also moving, right? See, the time is now around. Say I'm little bit, I'm scrolling like this. So now this is the night time. So almost what is the time now? Around 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, now or if we moving this one to the forward, now the time we are giving in the positive direction. See now, maybe sometimes, so when you are holding this one, or if you are moving, it will take more time to do that one. Okay, now so most of the time I don't use this shortcut. Same for this operation, we have a other shortcut also. What is the shortcut now? Say I'm just scrolling here. See, we have a shortcut here, time of day, same name now, time of day and time of day. Instead of holding shift and mouse right side button, so we'll get sometimes, this is not also flexible to move this one camera. So in that situation, I'll hold U and I. In a keyboard, we have a letters now, U and I. If I hold the I letter, now the time will increase. See, 11, 10, 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, something like that. So now this is almost like, evening 5, 5:30, something like this. Okay, now you are getting a night scene. Okay, now if I use a U later, again the time will reduce. Okay, now so now we will bring them to the day scene, maybe like this. Okay, now clear? U and I. Okay, now you don't want to be just click and enter, you have to hold it. hold the I letter, so the time is keep on increasing, and based on that the sun also maybe the moving from one orientation to the another direction, maybe mostly from the east to west through the south direction. Okay, na? So that is advantage of time of day. But along with the time of day, here we have a two more important options here. Understood? What is the time of day? Time of day means just time. Okay, now from so morning, early morning 12 o'clock to again night 12 o'clock. It means 24 hours basis. Okay, now but here we have an option of solar angle. What is the meaning of solar angle now? Solar angle. Solar angle means, so for example, I'll open maybe the paint here. Let us assume here we have a ground. Okay, no? And here we have a house. Here we have a house. And initially, where you will get a sun? In the morning, sunrise, east direction, and that too from the ground only, na? Okay, na? Then what happened? This sun is going to be keep on raising, maybe like this, and it will go here, and it will go here, and it will go like this. This is east, and this is west. On this side we have a north, on this side we have a south. Okay, now the sun is increasing the angle. It means this is the angle between the ground and the sun. That is the solar angle. Okay, now because sometimes to create any kind of exterior or any kind of interior, some situation maybe based on the time we can't decide the shadow position, right? Because early morning, for example, today we have a sun, maybe the angle of at the time of 10, same 10 o'clock at the summer and winter, you'll get a same sun location, same position. No. Okay, not possible, right? So in that situation, so now we have to change the angle of the sun. So for example, now this month, like in a summer, what happened? So like evening, maybe even if it is a 6 o'clock or 6:30, still we have a daylighting. But now what happened? Before 6 or 6:30 only, now you are getting a night automatically. So it means the daylight saving is automatically it is reducing, right? So based on that, now I want to be decide the solar angle. Now maybe for example, customer point of view, now so I don't want a shadow here, I want to move to this one to maybe different location. Now at the same time I don't want to change the timing. Now in the situation, hold the shift button, now use the U and I. Okay, now use the U and I. So but see, if I'm changing this one U and I, see now what happening, because of the sun height, now the sun is moving, I mean the shadow is moving from to the top and bottom. So where is the sun, where is the sun now exactly now? On the top, on the head. That is the reason shadow you are getting on the down exactly. Okay, now maybe if I gave this one maybe like this, now this shadow maybe to the little bit the right side. That is the reason you are getting to the left side. Okay, now so we can use the solar angle means the height of the sun, so from the ground. Okay, now and but parallelly we have to hold which one now, which letter? Shift button. Okay, now U and I only to change the timing. Holding the shift and U and I, it is changing the angle from the ground. And the next one is the solar rotation. Solar rotation means, for example, now I'll go to the paint now. In the paint, what I'll do. So now I'm going to draw from the top view now. This is a top view I'm drawing now. This is the front elevation and this is the top view. For example, here we have a elevation of our house. Now this is the east, same thing, and west, north, and south. Let us see, we have a maybe in a particular time, maybe around 10 or 10:30, the sun will be maybe approximately some this location. When the sun is here, which side you will get a shadow now? When you have a sun here, the shadow you will get this side now. Opposite to the sunlight only will get a shadow. But the same shadow, instead of keeping the sun, the sun here, now I want to be give like a circular this rotation. Okay, na? So from the top view, let us assume the sun is moving this angle. Okay, na? So in that situation, what happened? When the sun is here, the shadow will get this side. When the sun is here, which side you will get a shadow now? Opposite this side. When you have a here, now the shadow you will get this side. Like this, we can use this one. See what I'll do now. I'm going to the software now. Hold now. This time, which letter you have to hold now? Control. Now, so holding the control, U and I now. See what happening? Can you see how it is rotating? So even here you can clearly understand. See, it is rotating now. See the character, from the character it is just rotating. Is that going from day to night now? No. So the time is the same one only. But see, if you see the cycling person, the shadow is rotating around the same location from the person. Okay, na? So that is a rotation option. Understood, ma? What is the angle and rotation? Only you and you for changing from day to night scene. Okay, na? Time wise, and holding the shift button, solar angle from the ground. What is the height of the sun? Okay, na? And the next one is a rotation. So rotation means, so the sun is rotating maybe from taking the horizon. For example, let us say my building is the horizon. Now from that the sun is rotating. Okay, na? So by taking the origin of building is the origin point of the sun is rotating around the elevation, so that the shadow also we can just give a rotation for the shadow, something like this. Okay, na? So that is the advantage of this. So holding the control U and I option. Okay, na? Clear up to this one? Okay. And the next option what we have here, I'll explain this one. What is this? Standard view. Standard views means normal top view, front view, right view, something like that. If I hit the button in a keyboard, compulsory you should have a keyboard here, but in this keyboard you have any numbers, don't use these numbers. This number, I mean the numbers which you have above to the letters alphabetical, so it won't work. Compulsory you should have a keyboard on the right side, number pad. Okay, now in the number pad, see what I'm doing, I'm going to be hit the button 5. So what is this view now? The top view. If I click the 2 button, see now this is a front view. If I click the 8, that is the back side from the building, and 6 from the right side, and 4 for the left side. See, right, left, back side, front side, and top side. Okay, na? So the better result, what I'll do, I'll keep this one to the orthographic views. So when you keep this one to the orthographic views, now exactly we can see the top view. Okay, so what is the difference between the perspective view and orthographic view? In a perspective view, it is behaving like a 3D. When it is in the orthographic view, we can see this is like a 2D. Exactly from the top view, we can see only the top surface only. We can't see the side surface. Generally, in the top view, if I go with the perspective view, can you see this wall surface? Generally, is it possible? If someone is asking, draw the top or maybe the floor plan. For example, this is my building floor plan. Can you see this surface, right side surface? No, right? But you are seeing the same thing now. In the perspective view, see this is actually the front face of that one. Okay, now I can see here. And even see the left side of the car, and even the left side of this one. And if I go to the top side, even see, I can see the front wall also. Is it possible to see the front wall with the top view when you are in the top view? No, right? Okay, now in this situation, you have to use which one more? Orthographic. Here, orthographic means exactly the parallel projection. In the parallel projection means that is a elevation of your building, maybe the front elevation, or generally we don't call front elevation north, south, east, west, northeast curve, something like that we can call, because we are not mechanical engineers, right? So in the situation you have to call that is a north elevation, south elevation, like that. Now see, this is exactly the top elevation now, or maybe floor plan. I'm going to hit the button 2 now. So this is exactly the front elevation of your building. See now, this is the front elevation only now. Okay, now then I will go with the letter 4. Now see, this is a left side for your building. Okay, now so then I'm hitting the button 6, the right side for building. Okay, now 8 for back side. Now I'll go with the 2, means front elevation. Then again I'm going here, I'm going to go with the perspective view now. So there is a difference between perspective view and the orthographic views. In a perspective view, we can see the other surfaces also. Other surfaces means, like see, generally if you are creating an elevation, front elevation, can you draw this one? No, right? We don't draw. We'll draw only this rectangular box. Okay, now so we don't draw the internal surface. Now if I go here to this one on orthographic view, now see here what I can see now. I'm going maybe a little bit zoom here. Okay, now so but I'm going to be hide the trees so that you can clearly understand. Okay, now so what I'm doing now, I'm going to be hide all the trees. Now check in the Enscape. Now can you see that internal surface also? No, right? We can see only the front elevation of your house. Okay, now so that is the advantage of orthographic and difference between the orthographic and perspective view. 2-point perspective view I will explain in the next classes. At the time of creating interior, I'll explain them. Okay, and then I'm going to be perspective view again. And what is the next options we have here? The next options here we have, I think we have seen up to here time of day, and these options we have seen. And the page up and page down. What is the meaning of page up and page down here? Anyway, we are creating a scenes in the SketchUp now. For example, scene number 3, we have this. Okay, now scene number, view number 1, view number 2, view number 3. Can you see the building in this location? When I'm hitting the button, view number 3, view number 2 and all, the camera is showing little bit upside, right? Okay, now, but in the Enscape, you can see exactly. So, for example, I'm going to be 2-point perspective. So in this 2-point perspective, you see what happened now. I'll keep this one, my screen into half, Enscape, half here. View number 1, I am selecting. See, this is a view number 1. And I click this one to maybe view number 2. And this is view, sorry, click on the camera projection. This is view number 1. And this is view number 2. But that time, it is not going to be work. I told you in the last class. Whenever you are turn on the camera drive synchronization, we can't use this button. I'm going to be turn off now. Okay, now so I'll tell you later that. So what is the meaning of this page up and page down? I think most of the time we'll use that in the Chrome only, going from the top page to the bottom page, something like that. But here the page up page down means if you have any favorite views means number of views we create now. So maybe camera number 1, camera number 2, camera number 3, 4, 5, something like that. In that situation, we can create our favorite views. For example, see, for the views creation, where you have to go in the Enscape, view management. For the view management, what is your shortcut? F. Now say I'm selecting the F letter. Once if you select the F letter, now see here view number 1, view number 2, view number 3, and scene number. Okay, now 3. Okay, now I'll create a one more view now. So for that one more view, what I'll do, maybe I'm placing my camera maybe at this point. At this point, I'm placing one camera. I'm creating a one more scene like this. Click that. And I'm creating one more scene maybe by zooming this location. I'm taking one more view. Like that, how many views we have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But out of 6 views, now I have only 2 favorite views. I'll keep it here. Okay, now how we can create a favorite views now? Simple. See, after creating the views, we have a button here in the right side now. Click on that, and when you click on that button, on the top side, exactly after the name, we have a symbol, star symbol. It means now I'm making that as a favorite one. Click on that favorite, click on save now. Same like that, I'm going to the Enscape scene number 1. Click that edit button. Now again, I'm making this is my favorite, and click on save now. How many favorites we have now? Only 2. But out of how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of 6 images, only I have a 2 favorites. See, the images which you have done favorite, it will go here to the favorite option. Okay, now instead of every time going from here to here, just manually selecting them, now I'll use the page up and page down option. See, if I click page up now, so it is moving to one view, and if I click this one, it is going to the different view like this. See, going from one view to the other views. These are only the favorite views, favorite number 1 or favorite number 2 like this. Okay, now so like this we can create our favorite views. Okay, so because why we will say the favorite view sometimes whenever you are working on an interior, immediately I want to go to the exterior other views. So in that situation, I can create a favorite view so that we can see the overall output. So with that effect, how I am getting the result and all, we can check easily. We don't want to use again W option, S option to move one location to the other location like that. Okay, now directly click that page up and page down letters. Okay, now so that like that we can create a favorite views here. And the next one is a leave mode or close active window. It means in an AutoCAD or maybe any software, when you activate some command to deactivate or to exit from the command, we are using escape, right? Same here also. For example, I'm using V later for video editor. Okay, now so what is the shortcut for video editor? V. I'll click on escape so that we can exit from the video editor. At the same time, we are using the F letter. F letter for what purpose? View management, right? Again, I'm using the escape button. If you click escape button, we can exit from that. For example, see, I'm going to select this manually, view management. Instead of closing this one, directly I'll use escape later. Like that, we can exit from the existing command. Okay, now that is advantage. And H letter, and I'm using the H letter for what purpose? To help. Help means like shortcuts. Okay, now, and we have seen up to here. and escape also is done, arrow is also done, control also completed, shortcut is done, this is also done. Only one option we have here. What is the reset sun? For example, you have done a lot of modifications in the sun. So now again, so I don't want the my customized settings. I want to keep it like a default again. In the situation in the keyboard, you can click that button. So which one now? Home button. So that so whatever the modification you have done for the sun, automatically it is going to be reset. Here we don't have a sun actually, to be honestly, because what I've done in this view, in this scene, the sun angle or sun brightness I have given how much? 0. If you have a sun brightness 0, you don't want to be make it a reset again. Okay, now so that time I'll explain how to reset that again. When you click that home button, directly it will go to the reset, that simple button. And the next one is the context menu. Already we have seen that context menu. What is the purpose of context menu? If you give a right click, now we can see we can create a issue. Like this option, we created issue now in the first class. It means when you are communicating with the internal team, if the systems are connected with a LAN connection in our offices, now some 10 to 15 members are working on the same project that time, so every person can see the same screen only. In the situation, I can create here, right click, I can create an issue. That what is the issue now? That issue we have to be right. So for example, I'm going to write here the name. For example, remove this card. One person is saying that, okay, na, in an internal communication, so remove this card, and you have to be locate the position again. Okay, now so now what happened? Oh, it is taking time to update. Yeah, see now this card, and click on create. Now it means the same issue, it is going to be visible when the person are going to this location. The same red color mark, it is going to be visible, and it is highlighted on the car only. Now the other person can see this one. So who written this one, maybe you have to mention the name, and for who we assign, we have to mention that. Now this person will open that, and you anyway you have written the description and everything here. Now the person will see that, and the other person can keep this one to the in progress. In progress means the other person have seen and he is working on that. So that is we can understand easily. And maybe after some time, what the same person will do now, he'll go there, he'll click that button as a done. It means that problem is rectified. Okay, now so even if we click and delete that, maybe we can't delete here, we have to delete in the SketchUp only. Okay, now so now again, if you want to see all the history of the like issues, okay, now so we have to click on those, show all the history. Now see all the issues who raised and who cleared everything, it will be visible here. Okay, now so that is with the internal team. Generally, nowadays no one is using. Maybe in the bigger companies, multiple people are working on the same project, then only will use this one. Individually, if you are working, there is no use of this one. Okay, now I'm going to close that now. And again, right click, I'm giving what is the next button? Show BIM data. Show BIM data means if you have any data related to the this component, that information it is going to be displayed here. So I told you like it will be visible only for the model which you have imported from the Revit architecture. Now this is not imported from the Revit architecture. This I have taken from the Enscape only. So that is the reason it is not having any data. That one maybe remind me. I'll explain that tomorrow. Okay, now so now when you import any model from the Revit architecture, now after giving a right click, and if you click on a show BIM data, directly it is going to show you the all the BIM data here. Okay, now for example, the car price, car model, what is the material and everything. Okay, now so now I'm going to be close this one. That's all now. Anything pending in this? All the options we have seen, and here we have a toolbar. Nothing we have, just they have written like some content. Okay, now get help. It means it will directly take you to the. If you click on the links, maybe you will directly go to the website, Enscape website. Okay, now so now see these are the shortcuts we have here. Okay, now clear ma? So last two classes what we have seen, simply just toolbar introduction. What you are going to learn in the next 15 to 20 days, that I told you. Just syllabus I explained in the last two classes. On today class, this is a main class. Okay, now so the basic of navigation controls. How to move the camera forward, backward, right, left, up and bottom. How to shift between from walk mode to fly mode. How to use a look around, orbit option, pan option, teleport, time of day. Okay, now favorite scenes and escaping, I mean exit from the command, and to move the any camera forward and backward any direction with a fast, we have to hold the shift button, control for faster, and even more faster, more faster. If you want, you have to hold Control Shift and any letter. Then these are the standard views like top view, front view, right side view. Time of day, from one time to other time we can shift the the whole the day. The next one is the solar angle. This is the sun angle from the ground to the sun. Okay, now. And the next one is the solar rotation on the elevation. So the rotation of the sun, how we can give a movement with the help of control button. And to reset the sun orientation and everything, we have to click on a home button. And the context menu is like just giving a right click, creating a issues and showing the beam data. That's all. Okay, now this is about today class. Enough? Clear now? So but you have to practice compulsory. When you practice, so without moving the camera movements or maybe this navigation, orbit, pan, so you can't go further, because if you don't know these shortcuts, you don't know how to move exactly to near to the component, how to move slowly, how to move fastly. Okay, now we can't create a overall 3D elevation in less time, because the most of the time the navigation tools only very important, because if you want to edit something, first you have to go near to the component now exactly. So if you practice, then only will understand that. Okay now, so then after this one, the next class I'll start with the material topic. Okay now, so material very important topic. Okay, so that we'll see from tomorrow. Okay, clear my online students?